Good evening. You're watching the special edition of the Newshour and I'm Swati Joshi. The barbaric murder of Tamil Nadu BSP Chief Armstrong outside his residence in Chennai has jolted the entire nation. The 6 bike-borne men attacked Armstrong when he was discussing with a few party functionaries near his house. The family rushed him to a hospital, but he was declared dead. Now, the politics over the incident has created ripples across the nation. There was a massive showdown in Chennai today over the murder, with BSP cadres staging protests outside the mortuary and demanding a CBI probe in the case. Meanwhile, there seems to be no end to the political blame game as well. BSP Chief Madhuvanthii has condemned the incident and demanded stringent action against the culprits. She will also be visiting Chennai to pay homage to the deceased and meet the family of the victim. Rahul Gandhi has offered his condolences to the family of the deceased but has not allegedly condemned the incident. Now, this has given BJP fresh ammo to corner the INDI bloc. BJP claims that Congress was not vocal about the incident and is dependent on ally DMK for its relevance.
उठो तमिलनाडु के नौजवानों, जो तुम्हें तबाह कर रहा है, युवा पीढ़ी को तबाह कर रहा है, उस सरकार को उखाड़ के फेंकने का संकल्प लो, उखाड़ के फेंकने का संकल्प लो। पार्टी के लीडर की कल सरेआम हत्या कर दी गई, मर्डर कर दिया गया, और ये सरकार सो रही है।
I strongly condemn this incident. As a national party state president, he is unable to survive because of the law and order situation in Tamil Nadu. The DMK government is totally failure to maintain the law and order situation.
The crime rates in Tamil Nadu, crimes in Tamil Nadu, particularly in Chennai, are on the rise under DMK's watch. Because DMK's priority is something else. It is only corruption and money making. Does Mr. Stalin even have the moral right to continue?
Murders are happening everywhere. This is because of the political influence. The police, their hands are tied. Give police a free hand. If they are not given free hands, these murders cannot be stopped. If you are not able to control this, Mr. Stalin, with your iron arm, please tender a resignation letter.
Now, the DMK top brass has offered their condolence to the family members. The DMK top brass has promised that all the accused in the case have been arrested by the police and stringent action is being taken. DMK has also vowed that the law and order situation in the state was under control.
நாடு முழுவதும் சட்டம் ஒழுங்கு சரியில்லாத ஒரு சூழலிலே அதற்கு காரணமாக தேர்தல் நேரத்திலே பிரதமரும் ஆளும் கட்சியினரும் எந்த அளவுக்கு மத காழ்ப்புணர்ச்சியை தூண்டக்கூடிய வகையிலே அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் ஒடிசாவில் பிரச்சாரம் செய்யும் பொழுது தமிழர்களுக்கு எதிரான பிரச்சாரத்தை முன்னெடுத்து சென்றது. இது எல்லாம் மக்களை பிரித்தாளக்கூடிய அவங்கள வன்முறைக்கு தள்ளக்கூடிய அத்தனை விஷயங்களையும் செய்து கொண்டிருப்பது ஆளும்.
All right, let's open this up and go across to our guests. We're joined by YG Madhuvanthii, BJP spokesperson. We have Karan Verma, author. We are also joined by Lokesh Jindal, spokesperson, political analyst, I beg your pardon. And we have S. Hareesh Mohamed Ibrahim, also a political analyst. Good evening to all of you. S. Hareesh, BJP is asking, if the state chief of a political party is not safe in Tamil Nadu, what is the guarantee of life and safety of a common man in Tamil Nadu?
And BJP has no rights to any kind of moral rights to speak about the law and order situation of in Tamil Nadu. If they have any guts to speak about law and order, they have to first check with all the BJP ruling states, number one. And number two, whoever commits a crime in Tamil soil, they won't be spared. And even the Tamil Nadu state government has categorically said that it condemned it and will, within several laws, within 2 or 3 years, the entire 7 accused has been nabbed and they have been under interrogation. And whatever the conspiracy theory, whatever the political motive or anything which has to be done only through the interrogation, and we don't want to jump into the conclusion as of now. And number 3, and the BJP is a guy who is Mr. Selvaraj, who has been linked to this murder, who has also been arrested. So, along with this line, if we go ahead with then Governor Madam Tamilisai Dr. Soundararajan, who said before 1 month that the BJP government, BJP's party in Tamil Nadu has been filled with criminals. And one of the criminal has been nabbed including in this case as well. So we have to go ahead, and if BJP has any guts or if it has any moral responsibility, they have to go ahead and check through all their party cadres and make sure all the criminals has been expelled for a
now,
better law and order in
when
Tamil
such an
Nadu.
incident happens in a BJP ruled states, does the opposition not question the government and the administration there?
100%. And even here, the Tamil Nadu state government, within several hours, within 2-3 hours, the entire 7 accused has been nabbed. But where the BJP rule states, they have the coalition, they have the hand-in-hand check with all the culprits. They go ahead and go for a march in favor of the culprits. That is not happening in Tamil Nadu. That will never ever happen in Tamil Nadu.
Harish, first the hooch tragedy and now this. Does this not raise questions on the law and order situation? Quickly respond to that before I move on and open this up for other guests.
100% we make sure to go ahead with any perpetrators who commits a crime in Tamil soil. There is no other second thought whatsoever is concerned. And BJP don't even have any spine to go ahead and question the law and order situation in Tamil Nadu. If they want to scratch their back, they first have to go ahead and see what is happening in UP, in Manipur. Even the Prime Minister is not even speaking a single word on Manipur, entire law and order
when
situation.
When the Prime Minister spoke about Manipur in the parliament, the opposition by then had already staged a walkout. By then the opposition already had staged a walkout. Harish, let me bring in, since you've asked multiple questions and leveled allegations against the Bharatiya Janata Party, we do have a BJP spokesperson on the panel, YG Madhuvanthii. The cops have also said, according to them, their investigation at the moment, they don't see a political link to the crime. The government of Tamil Nadu says, look at how swiftly we are acting. We've arrested the suspects. So why is BJP pointing fingers and you're only trying to politicize the entire case? Respond, please.
Good evening, Swati, and good evening to my fellow panelists. I feel very sorry for Mr. Hareesh because he's come extremely ill-informed to this debate today, when he is openly saying that the Prime Minister has not spoken a word about Manipur, when the Prime Minister gave an entire bhashan in the Parliament and none of them were there to listen to it. Having said that, I would like to ask certain very pertinent questions to Mr. Hareesh and to the Congress, pro-Congress analysts that are here in this debate. There is a person called Mr. Arul who has also been arrested as part of this crime, who is directly connected to the DMK. Now, who's going to politicize what? Did I start that at all? The minute you ask him a question, he was able to connect to BJP. So who's politicizing the whole thing? The issue here is there is a law and order problem in Tamil Nadu. Be it the hooch tragedy, be it Jaffer. Sir, I did not interfere when you spoke. I would like you to kindly give me the same leeway. I did not speak a word when you spoke, sir. I expect the same decency to come back from you, if you have any. I think you can keep quiet when I speak.
Go ahead, Madhuvanthii. He's not interrupting anymore. Please finish your point.
I'd like him to keep quiet. Thank you. So, basically, whether it is the hooch tragedy or whether it is the drug mafia in the state of Tamil Nadu, who are the people who have been nabbed? Who is Jaffer Sadiq? What was he? Who was he connected to? He was a member of the DMK. The hooch tragedy, 60 plus people have died. Has anything been done towards it? Nothing has been done. Has Mr. Rahul Gandhi opened his mouth about that? No. Rahul Gandhi condoles the death of the BSP leader, but has he condemned the state of law and order in Tamil Nadu? No. He is able to go to Hathras and sit there. Why is that is not applicable in Tamil Nadu? Why Tamil Nadu does not deserve that?
You're saying it's not the BJP, but it's the DMK which is hand in gloves with the criminal elements. But Madhuvanthii ji, do respond to that one allegation levelled by S. Hareesh. He's saying that in our case, look at how swiftly we are acting. And he's also pointed out the Hathras incident and questioning. What is the government in Uttar Pradesh doing? What is the administration doing?
Haven't they swiftly acted in Hathras, ma'am? You are aware. You are following the case. Hasn't the person who as of today, the main culprit behind the case was nabbed by the police? We have seen those videos on social media. So in Uttar Pradesh, if the action happens, then there is a fault of the government. But in Tamil Nadu, if the same action happens, the government is extremely strong. I don't understand this train of thought.
Okay, let me also bring in Lokesh Jindal. Lokesh Jindal, amidst all this, questions are also being asked to the Congress party. Fingers are being pointed because Rahul Gandhi definitely offered his condolence, but there was no condemnation as such. Now, many are asking, had this been a BJP ruled state, by now we would have had the leaders visiting there, we would have had sit-in dharnas.
Well, So Rahul Gandhi rightfully condemned this gruesome killing. And in Tamil Nadu, the culprits, they were nabbed within minutes.
But that's what is the counter of YG Madhuvanthii. She's saying, has the chief organizer not been arrested in the Hathras case? Respond, please.
In the Hathras case, the government did not even name the preacher in the FIR. The government, it was the duty of the government so as to make sure that 2.5 lakh of those who are attending that ceremony or that gathering should have had some form of a crowd management. It was the duty of the state. Now over here, the moment the crime was done, within minutes, we had the culprits. They were taken to task, they were put behind bars, and the administration was swift to act. Now over here, what do you expect? We do not have bulldozer justice in Tamil Nadu that you expect extra constitutional and illegal means so as to give justice or get a new procedural law.
Or is it alliance? Is it alliance ki majboori?
No, Swati, come on. We have to.
No, because you had the hooch tragedy
law
as well in Tamil Nadu. You had the hooch tragedy and now this, where a state chief of a political party has been hacked to death openly.
Yes. Swati, if at all there was any form of dereliction of duty, if there was negligence in administrative, procedural lapse, then you could question the administration.
No, I am not. I am at the moment focusing on the criticism of Rahul Gandhi. I am focusing on that. The questions that the BJP is raising on Rahul Gandhi. He could go to Hathras, but not to meet the victims of the hooch tragedy. Congress conspicuously silent, condemning, of course, the crime, but not the handling of the situation because there's an alliance. How do you respond?
No, Swati, absolutely not. I do not concede to this because when you talk about a tragedy such as that in Hathras or hooch tragedy or such form of a incident where the people of the country, they die, the leadership stands strong with them. And the administration will be condemned if there are serious lapses that occur.
Okay.
But what we see in case of Tamil Nadu, there hasn't been any form of a
no lapses, and the hooch tragedy happens. No lapses, and a person is openly hacked to death. Despite, we're talking about a person who has some clout, the person who's a chief of a political party. Let me, quickly update our viewers about this breaking development coming in. Karan Verma, I'll come to you for your reaction. We're given to understand that the Tamil Nadu BSP unit has moved Madras High Court. Their plea was that the burial should be allowed inside the BSP party office, and Acting Chief Justice R. Mahadevan has granted permission for the urgent hearing in Madras High Court, seeking permission to bury the body of the deceased state president of BSP inside the party office. Vashni is getting us more details on that. Yes, Vashni.
Well, the BSP unit has moved to the Madras High Court. They are demanding that they have to, the Tamil Nadu government should accept that they have to give permission to do the cremation inside the party office. And initially it was given under the corporation for giving permission, but the negotiation is still underway. The talks are still going on. The demand for this burial inside the party office is now, being raised by the BSP. And on one hand, we saw that the acting justice of the Madras High Court, Chief Justice Mahadevan, has accepted for an urgent hearing. Tonight at his residence, there is a hearing that is expected to happen, but it is a big negotiation that's been ongoing, and still the body has not been received by the family or the party because they want acceptance for the burial, and only then that is why this massive crowd in the hospital from today morning still waiting. And the political drama is also still increasing, and the BJP party's state secretary Vinod P. Selvam is here. So you just visited the family. Their demand for burial inside the party office has now moved to the Madras High Court, and the DMK government has still not accepted for this. Do you think there's a political drama that's going on with the death of a person here?
See, first things first, there is a very important CBI inquiry which needs to be conducted into the word used exactly, the political drama behind the murder of late Thiru Armstrong. He's a man who has served a lot of people in the society. He has been involved in the upliftment of the Dalit people. He has created a lot of young lawyers, and he has been funding the education of thousands of students living in his locality from a very poor background. And this murder in a very busy hours of the evening, that too in the heart of the city, right next to the constituency of a chief minister who claims that, who was the home minister of the state as well, the police is directly under him. It has rocked not just the city but the entire nation as a whole as to how gruesome a murder can be. So before we move on, I think it's very important that the state government writes for a CBI inquiry and a thorough investigation is conducted and the real culprits behind the murder are brought to justice.
All right, thank you so much. So that was the BJP who was saying that this is a political drama that is happening, and them demanding for justice is what everybody is expecting. The entire nation is in fact waiting for that, and that is what has to be done through
the
the
matter
court.
will be heard
yes,
tonight itself at the residence of the judge. Keep tracking the developments. Varshini will come back to you. Let me quickly go back to our guests and Karan Verma. At this point of time, is this only a political blame game? Fingers being pointed at each other, reminding the opposite side of the crime that has happened in their state and how the situation was handled over there.
I think whataboutery is the last thing anyone should resort to at such a serious time. And I am appalled by the brazenness shown by the DMK spokesperson on your panel, to tell you the truth. Let me now bring his attention to some facts. Our good friend Lokesh just said there is no dereliction of duty. So dereliction of duty has been pointed out not by me, not by BJP or anyone, but by the own police under MK Stalin. I'm quoting the 2023. In January 2023, MK Stalin presided over a meeting where a report was presented to him by 16 city and district SPs, commissioners and SPs, which stated that there is a huge rise in murders for gain, burglaries, POXO acts and rapes compared to 2019. So this is a report coming from the police, just so you know, Lokesh. And I'm reading out from that report. This is the first time that offences like burglary and hurt are being reviewed at the CM's office, as there have been increase in land grab and atrocity against Dalits. So from 2023, they know that there exists a systemic issue where atrocities against Dalits, crime rates going through the roof are happening in Tamil Nadu, and here we are in June 2024. Just days before.
Absolutely,
we
I
had
would like to contest
just
it.
days before.
No, one second. Let him finish and then Harish can respond to it.
Just days before, we heard about the cold-blooded murder of an AIA DMK district level functionary as well. 2 months before, I think in Tirunelveli district, the Congress president was murdered, found dead in the farmhouse. So, you know, there have been a spate of murders. Okay. Crime going through the roof, and then you resort to whataboutery instead of taking up accountability.
Harish, please respond to what Karan Verma says. He says, you know, all of this has been happening, deterioration of law and order, and you're saying that BJP has no right to point fingers or anyone has no right to ask questions?
No, that is what not our point. But first of all, I'm not here sitting as any kind of spokesperson for any party. I'm sitting here as a political analyst, number one. And number two, I'm not defending any party at large. And number three, I want to make sure that Tamil Nadu state law and order is at the par when compared to the UP or whatever the BJP state has been ruled out. And even they have a brazen neck to come inside for a political forum, and they are discussing about the law and order situation of Tamil Nadu, which is in India's number one. When it comes to any kind of administration lapses, there will be some here and there, which will be addressed. And the the perpetrators have been nabbed within 2 hours of the crime scene. And our CM has categorically said that whoever behind, whatever the motive behind, which will be thoroughly investigated, and whether it belongs to their party or another party, they will be brought between the justice. So we have to make sure to sit back and relax and do the law will take its own course. We have to wait and see that. Until other than that, you don't have to play a political game, and the BJP is versed in doing that again and again, time and again in Tamil Nadu.
So you're saying when it happens in Uttar Pradesh, the opposition has a right to question. Opposition leaders have a right to go and visit and call it a failure of the state administration, the government and the machinery.
1 second, Swati, you are not doing the right thing. Please wait.
What is so wrong? I'm just summing up what you're saying.
The huge tragedy which they are speaking again and again, the huge tragedy they are mentioning, the illegal methanol has been smuggled from the BJP ruled state, nearby state, Pondicherry. Who's going to take the law in own course? Who's going to take
God.
What, madam? Oh my God.
Okay.
Mrs.
If it is consumed in Tamil Nadu, If it is consumed in Tamil Nadu, are you saying that nobody is monitoring the situation in Tamil Nadu?
The illegal methanol has been smuggled from Pondicherry.
The illegal methodology also needs to be checked by the state government. Putting a full stop on it is also the responsibility of that respective state and its administration and the machinery. But let me bring in Madhuvanthii ji. She is offering you a counter. Please go ahead.
No, I'm just bringing in one point. He can say what he wants. I mean, they don't seem to have value for lives here. I am extremely appalled at the way he says sit back and relax when it comes to Tamil Nadu. But nobody sits back and relaxes when it comes to a Hathras problem in Uttar Pradesh. And he says the methanol was smuggled from a Pondicherry ruled BJP state. Look at the politics they want to play over 63 lives lost. It is disgusting. It is disgusting to say the least. You're playing politics with 63 lives lost. The Chief Minister has not visited that place. Rahul Gandhi has not spoken a word about Hooch tragedy. And you have the audacity to come on national television and question the spine of the BJP? Shame on you.
Hareesh, when you were speaking, nobody was interrupting you. So, I'm just requesting you to offer the same courtesy to others. Lokesh Jindal wanted to come in earlier. Go ahead.
Well, with respect to what my dear friend Karan said, Mr. Karan, you will appreciate that Tamil Nadu police is one of the best police in India. And what you're talking about, the statistical rise in 2023, it is also associated with the reforms in the police whereby more FIRs were being registered and crimes did not go unregistered. There were more investments done with respect to the police infrastructure, whereby more of chowkis and all were opened, and that was the reason why we had a greater form of registration of crime and prompt action was taken. In fact, Tamil Nadu police is compared to that of Scotland Yard. You can check the facts. With respect to the law and order situation which you are talking about.
Let me now bring in Karan Verma. Is this a standard response that comes in, from the Congress? Because remember when questions were asked to Ashok Gehlot about the rise in crime in Rajasthan, he said the same thing. He said reforms. And because more and more FIRs are being registered, that's why you see a rise in the number of crime cases.
So I would request my friend Lokesh to read the entire report given by the police. I have no doubts that the police in Tamil Nadu is efficient, but unfortunately the political masters are not. The police has said there has been an increase in crime and we are not able to cope with it. In fact, Tamil Nadu today is #1 in murders of senior citizens. That's where it's #1. And it's unfortunate that it is there. It is not because of the police. I absolutely hold the police in the highest esteem. But the political masters who are sitting on top of it are indulging in all sorts of illegal businesses, illicit liquor. And look at this, Swati. 63 Dalit lives lost. And these people, when the Tamil Nadu BJP president raises it in the parliament, he's picked up and thrown out of the building. When he raises it in the assembly, this is the kind of lumpenism that they've resorted to, and then they talk about democracy. When it comes to the parliament, they say the opposition should be allowed to voice dissent. Here, on 63 lives being lost, that person has been suspended from the entire assembly, from the entire session. So this is what they are all about.
Okay, allow him to respond, please.
Well, Swati, if you compare Tamil Nadu police track record, the administration's track record with other states, it fares really well. And what all accusations Karan is claiming with respect to the deteriorating law and order situation, it is absolutely false and doesn't have an iota of truth in it. With respect to the swift action that was undertaken by the police and the further what is needed to be done would be done by the MK Stalin's government and administration, and it would be better if BJP doesn't resort to politics over this tragedy that has occurred in Tamil Nadu. So it's better that we must pay our homage and may the noble soul be rest in peace, and make sure that the administration does its task. And there is peace and people, they adhere to certain norms with respect to the tragedy that has occurred.
People should have adhered to norms, and that was the job of the law enforcement agencies to ensure that people adhere to norms so that there is no murder that takes place like this in public. And when you say, Hareesh, that one should just sit back and relax, is that what you're also going to tell the people of Tamil Nadu? That sit back and relax because BJP BSP state president has been hacked to death, but sit back and relax when it comes to handling of the situation and law and order.
Swati, sorry, you are misquoting. I'm not saying sit back and relax for the entire people. I am saying those who are inducing the misconception, those who are inducing the conspiracy theories to sit back and relax for the law and order should be taken by the police administration. They will be doing all the checks and balances, and the truth will come in front of the justice system.
In that case, nobody should do politics. In that case, no side should do politics when such incidents take place in other states. In other states, and a citizen who really cares, irrespective of whether that person is a representative of a political party, a doctor, an actor, or belongs to whichever profession. If a citizen really cares about law, cares about justice, that person will definitely ask questions. The administration and the government, irrespective of whichever state it is ruling, will have to respond. Nobody is going to sit back and relax and watch this happen, watch this unfold, irrespective of whichever state this is happening in. Thank you very much, Ms. Madhuvanthii and gentlemen, for joining us on the broadcast.
The Newshour Special Edition.